So next we got the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands represents bold action, passion, and adventure. He's often seen as a visionary leader, full of enthusiasm, determination, while while passionate and fiery, the Knight can also be impulsive and unpredictable. So what I was saying, like this card is about the realistic approach and don't get illusion, and there's lots of opportunities, and that's why these two things are still here, things that they're struggling with, that they're working on overcoming. And then you have the Knight of Wands, but still he's gonna take that leap of faith and go towards you, and it might be impulsive because he's just finally gonna get out of this mindset of what's realistic, what will work, what will not work, am I healed, am I over all this trauma that I've been through, and am I ready for this high level of passion, this feelings that I feel for this person. And because of all that passion and everything, they're just going to take that leap of faith. They have the determination, they have the willpower, and they're a visionary because they've imagined how it's going to look, right? They've imagined these images that of how this can be, even if it might not be quote unquote realistic or not. It can be realistic if they take that leap of faith. They create their own reality. So this is confirmation that they're coming back, and it might be impulsive, and it might be like kind of not really knowing what to say because they planned out so much of how they're going to come in, that this planning is what's keeping them in this state, right? Whereas it's going to be that, forget it, I'm going to have to just take this leap of faith and just do what my heart is leading me to do, and it's going to come off as impulsive because that's the only way they'll do it and take that leap of faith, is if they take that impulse and stop strategizing and overthinking it, because then that's not authentic, because they're spending too much time thinking it, that it comes off as still wearing a mask. So it's going to be something that's very impulsive. So the last card that we got was Queen of Swords. So there's the masculine and the feminine, right? The Knight of Wands coming in, and the Queen of Swords is the last card. So I'm hearing two different messages from this, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So it indicates a lack of empathy, potentially leading to rudeness or malicious behavior. It suggests bitterness, vindictive nature, and difficulty learning from past experiences. This card may also warn against holding grudges or succumbing to emotions that cloud judgment. So, okay, two things about this. If you were in a separation where there was a karmic partner that you knew about that was interfering, whether you knew about it or not, that was interfering with this masculine and was very malicious and manipulative and all these things, then this could be something that is, if the Knight of Wands comes back in, then this person is going to be very angry, and you have to protect your energy, put your shields up, because this person might be malicious as well. So it's like something that is not going to be happy if the masculine comes back into your life, and will be envious and deceptive and just be malicious and cruel and have these things in their mind, these plots, these ideas. Be vindictive, be bitter towards this because they want to hold on to the masculine when they don't even love the masculine. They just want to hold on to the idea of the masculine, so that the divine feminine and the divine masculine don't reunite with each other. So that's something you need to be aware of, that there is someone, a karmic partner, if you're aware of it or not, that is trying to hold on to this masculine and is trying to prevent this union from happening, right? But everything is about divine timing, and that malicious person who's trying to do that is just getting more karmic on their plate, and the universe doesn't like that. So the universe is going to give them their karma, and they're going to have to deal with more shitty stuff because of the fact that they're trying to interfere and do these things that are going against what the universe wants. So they're going to have to deal with their own set of cards. Instead of focusing on themselves and growing, they're focused on what this divine feminine and divine masculine are doing. And this could also be towards the divine feminine, in the sense of that if in the past that words were met with emotional reaction and that you didn't think through, or there was a miscommunication, then you need to heal those parts, not approach things from a Queen of Swords where you're not compassionate, where you're holding a grudge, where you're say if you were ghosted, where you're upset about being ghosted, all of these things. Like, if you're gonna allow this divine masculine back into your life, then you have to have compassion. And if you're gonna allow them, if you're not, then you choose to do react however you want, right? Like, but if you want this divine masculine back in your life, then you need to have a softer approach, and be compassionate. And like, if the masculine is being vulnerable with you, then like, listen. Don't be met with a sense of coldness. Be met with warmth and empathy and all of these things that you've been like, that you possess, that you know you possess. It's just your armor goes up, and you feel rejected or hurt or abandoned. So you put up an armor to protect yourself from not getting hurt. So it's like, if you're feeling overwhelmed when the divine masculine reaches out, and you can't handle, like, you feel too emotional, then take a step back. Let the divine masculine know that, hey, like, this is too overwhelmed for me. I need some time. I need to reflect on this. I need to see what this means. And if the divine masculine just comes in with like a hey, then you don't need to be emotional about that either. You just need to take a step back and decide how you want to respond to that or not, right? So it's just trying to take things from a more logical approach, in the sense of logical and not letting your emotions overwhelm you, right? Like, if you're someone who struggled with that, where emotions took over you and you were very reactive, then don't be reactive in this situation, because the Knight of Wands, this person coming in impulsive, could make you feel reactive, being like, oh, this is impulsive. Like, where is this? How come this is happening out of nowhere? But take a step back, see how you're feeling, and wait for yourself to be calm before you react or send a message, right? Like, you want this conversation to go smoothly by both parties being honest and truthful about how they're feeling, from a like a mature adult way, not a childish way, right? Like, you've done so much healing, you've grown, all these things. Show the healing that you've done. You are not the old version of yourself. However, when people trigger us, and it's not even a bad trigger, they're not saying anything wrong to us, but it could be a trigger because of the pain that has happened before. So we have to acknowledge that we're feeling that pain and express in a way like, hey, I'm kind of feeling some emotions come up and some stuff surfacing. I just need to work through that. I have some questions that I need to ask. And you work through it together. And if that person's armor goes back up, then you take a step back and let them work through their stuff, right? So, yeah, I hope this message helped, and I hope it gave you some insight on the question that I asked on, is your divine masculine coming back, and what they're going through at the moment. So, and also this too, I didn't even think about that, but now it's coming to my mind, is that this could be something that they're struggling with as well, that their armor could be going up, and one's holding grudges because both people hurt each other in this situation, right? It's never a one-way street. Both people have to take accountability, and both people can't succumb to their emotions. Like, if divine feminine is feeling a certain way about something, then the divine masculine can't just be guarded and not react how they did before, cold, right? They have to have compassion and empathy, and for how the divine masculine's actions made the divine feminine feel as well, right? So it's a balance, and understanding each other's emotions. That's what emotional intelligence is taking the time to really understand each other on emotional, logical, compassionate, nurturing way, right? Like, not seeing the person as your enemy or out to get you or out to hurt you, but seeing the hurt that person has experienced as well, right? So yeah, I hope this helps, and have a good night.